What's up? What's up, everybody? Fella like, and this is going to be my beginner guide on how to play a Vengeance Guardian. It's for beginners, right? She's only level 58. I know that it's probably more than what a beginner's at, but I'm going to kind of go through all the talents or disciplines, I should say, and what utilities I would get when on a PvP from a PvP perspective, not from a PvE perspective. So if you was wanting to basically level from level 10 when you can start PvPing to most of your career and journey to level 60, this is kind of what I'm trying to do just to help out those that are wanting to go that path. It's not the quickest way to level unless you probably get some stem boost or some XP boost, because it does take a while. I do find that questing and doing your class quest and doing the planet quest is a lot faster level wise than it is to do PvP. But on that note, if that's not what you're playing SWTOR for, because that's not why I play it for PvP, baby. So if that's you, then this may help you, hopefully. Start from the beginning. When you hit level 10, you get Plasma Brand, which is one of your good hits abilities, and your dot as well. The first utility I would take if I was PvPing would probably be this one here, Debilitation. So when you do your Master Strike, it keeps the target immobilized. Defiance next, and then at level 27 I'd get Second Wind. By the time I'm level 27, you've already got your Overhead Slash. This actually is at 28. Overhead Slash now kind of becomes your opener, because of the fact that with Burning Purpose, it puts a beat down debuff on the target, which makes them take 5% more damage. So I would kind of leap, do Overhead Slash, and then do Master Strike at this point, at this level, because I don't believe you. Do you have it already? No, you don't have it to where when you leap, you're not stunned. So yeah, you can't be stunned the first 4 seconds. So you don't get that till right here. So level 44. So yeah, by the time you're level 28, your opener would be to leap, do Overhead Slash, then do Master Strike, and then you can do Plasma Brand. Of course, it won't reset yet because you're not level, what, 36? But we're getting there. So at level, let's see, at level 32, you get Vigilance, just lowers cooldown. Then your next utility. Here, my next utility would probably be Gathered Strength, because it's when your movement's impaired, which it's always impaired in PvP, you gain a 5% bonus to your next ability, and it can stack up to 5 times. So technically, you can get a 25% damage boost for your next ability. I doubt it gets that high. Maybe if you got rooted by a sniper or something, and then a guardian threw in, not a guardian, a sork or a sage root snares you or something, maybe it gets up there while you're just sitting there. But that would be my next utility at 35. By then you'll get by 36 you'll have Zen Strike, which because of this ability will change a lot of what you do, because now Plasma Brand resets your Master Strike. So you leap, do your Overhead Slash, do your Master Strike, do your Plasma Brand, do your Master Strike. Sorry about this. I critted. Good job, C2. So when you get 36, that would kind of be your rotation. I'm going to demonstrate it too on the target dummy. Then at 40, what happens? Reduces the cooldown of Saber Throw. Of course, that is your opener. I forgot to mention that. Saber Throw is actually the first thing you do. Of course, I don't know when you get Saber Throw. I've already gotten it. Sorry, I don't know when you get it. But when you get it, that would be the first thing you do before you leap. But now it sunders the target, so that's a plus. And then you get your new form, your Shin form, or your Xian form. So before you hit level 51, you're going to want to be in Shicho form, which is located right here. Because at level 41 is when you get your Shin form, which is going to be your new form that you're going to use from here on out, which gives you 6% damage increase, and the 15% movement speed. And all your attacks refund 1 focus. So that's all good, baby. And then you'll get, at 43, you'll get where you can get your next masterful ability. I've chosen Pulse. And then when you hit 44 is when all the good fun starts to happen, because now when you leap, you get Unremitting, which basically reduces all the damage you take for 20. And you're immune to interrupts and all control effects for 4 seconds. Yeah, baby. That's your bread and butter. That doesn't change what you're doing yet. You're still throwing in your saber. But, I mean, you really don't change too much from this point on. I mean, the fact that at level 36, Plasma Brand resets your Master Strike. Well, now, you know, you use that to reset it, and you can have another Master Strike come right after the back of it. Now, of course, usually at this point of the time, you've already blown your 4 seconds here from doing your first Master Strike, so you can get interrupted on that one, but it's all good. And then you get at 48 Force Rush. This is where now you'll start using your Blade Storm until you get 2 stacks of Force Rush, and it'll start lighting up to let you know you have 2 stacks, to where it will increase the crit chance of it for 50%. So that's all good. And then you get your next utility point, which I have chosen Focus Defense, because Focus Defense is one of your best defensive cooldowns of all time. It's on a 2-minute cooldown. When you get this, it makes it 1.5 minutes. It's defense. This is Focus Defense here. That's what it says it does. You get 10 charges. It lasts 10 seconds. And when you take damage, it basically heals you. So it's all good. You definitely want that. After you get your utility point, then you get Commanding All, which, as you can see, it increases damage reduction by 5% at times. So this basically makes your Endurability here, which is your second defensive cooldown, because it gives you 30% more health. And the way you want to use that is you want to use Endure, and then you want to use your health pack. So every time you want to use your med pack, you Endure first and then do your med pack. That's the rule. Endure first, then med pack. And then on top of that, because of your Vigilance Guardian, and because of Commanding All, you've just reduced the damage you've taken by additional 5%. So I guess 15%. So I guess really 20%, because you already get 5 and then all the time, and now you add 15. So, well, I guess it increases it by 15. At this point, it's real good. Then you get Keening, which is basically going to let you do your, what is it, vicious throw here, dispatch. I think it's vicious throw for the Juggernauts. Basically breaks the rule of you have to use it below 30% health when your opponent is below 30% health. That'll let you use it. It has a chance to proc, and you'll be able to use it at any time, which is all good. And then you get at level 57, you'll be where I'm at today, where you'll have Vigilant Thrust, and it replaces Force Sweep. So all the times you've been Force Sweeping to spread your burns, this changes everything. Now you won't be Force Sweeping. You'll get that off your bar, and you'll put this in its place. I'm not 59 yet, but at 59, it just basically gives you more crit chances. Most of your abilities that you do, your burning, your Plasma Brand, and your VT. And at 60 is the thing I haven't really decided what I'm going to do yet. Again, this is a beginner's guide, and I don't want this to last too long. Now let's talk about bolster and how it works in the mid brackets. I guess it works this way in 60, but the rule of thumb in the low to mid brackets, and this is going to be weird because I know when I first started playing, I thought if the PvP vendor sells it, then you should probably buy it and it should help, right? No, wrong. You don't want any expertise at all in the mid and low brackets before you go in, because if you have any on you at all, it hurts you. You can easily tell. Put a expertise crystal in your lightsaber. Go into the war zone. You'll see your expertise is going to drop. Instead of being 2018, it's going to be like 1100, some really crazy number, because you have some in there. The system doesn't, I don't know what causes it. All I know is it's bad. The rule of thumb is you don't want any expertise at all when you go into a mid to low level bracket PvP. You also don't want to wear any gear that's above level 50, maybe 52-ish. Like, don't put none of the new gear you get from the expansion. Don't go to Yavin and get all that nice blue 178 gear, as you can see here. I'm gonna put a little clip of me actually doing it on my shadow. She has the 178 gear. I hit the bolster. That's on the fleet, and my expertise is like 1500 something, and that's just terrible. Because when you go into war zones with that, expertise is where it's at. It gives you your boost. As far as, let me go ahead and flip it to PvP here. You know, it gives you your damage boost, your damage reduction, and that's a big portion of everything in PvP when in SWTOR. So don't go in at all with expertise unless you have a full set. Unless you can get to 2018 before you go in, like I am right now in this tomb, then it's okay, because when you get in there, you have the full already. You know, you can't hurt yourself. But it's either 2018 expertise or zero. Zero with level 50 or less gear, 47 level 50 gear. So, you know, if you're leveling up a tune and you're putting in mods and you're getting your gear up there, as soon as you start to go to the expansion, take that set that you've been leveling up with, put it on the side. Don't take the mods out of the new gear and replace what you have in your existing gear. Don't do that. Just put that gear you had to the side, start wearing the new gear, and when you go PvP, put the old gear back on, and you'll be good to go. I don't think I didn't have to do that with this tomb, because this tomb was 55 and had the unranked gear before. So I do have other tunes that I didn't have a set the gear, and as soon as I started playing the expansion, I did just what I told you. I put it to the side. Actually, the very first tune I played in the expansion, I didn't do that. I took the mods out. This is what I'm telling you not to do. I did exactly that, and then when I went to go to a war zone, I'm like, oh my god, why is my expertise so crap? That was why. It's not so bad in like the 55, 56, but boy, when you hit 58, 59, I mean, it starts off like 1800, and then when you level 1700, it just drops by 100 as it, you know, as you level up. So by the time you're 59, it's at like 16 something. Anyway, this is a rotation. Again, when you play PvP, it's all situational, but by the time you're my level here, and that's the time what? By the time you get 36, we'll say. I don't remember when you get saber throw. But if you don't get saber throw by 36, obviously you won't be doing this. But this is usually what I'll do. I'll throw the saber throw. I'll do the leap, and while I'm leaping, I'll hit combat focus. Because by the time you saber throw, let me get rid of all this. By the time you saber throw, and by the time you leap in midair, you can go ahead and pop combat focus. Boom! You got a full bar of focus, because you get 3 from the saber throw, get 3 from the leap, and you get 6 from the combat focus. So you'll be set. Boom, you're set. So here we go. See, boom, set. I haven't even done anything. Then you'll do your overhead slash, and then you would do master strike. And since you're 36, you can hit plasma brand, and then you can do another master strike again. Boy, isn't that lovely? And basically at this point, it's all about, you know, trying to keep your dots up and then spreading those babies around with force sweep or with VT, whichever one you happen to have at the time. Which, if you're leveling, it'll be force sweep. It won't be VT until you get to 57. So again, that's pretty much it. Some people might tell you, or it might be wise to maybe skip doing overhead slash, because if you do overhead slash on the leap, you do risk the chance of getting stunned and not getting that last hit in. But is it worth the 5% bonus? You know, it might not be. You might be better off just leaping and then doing master strike. You know it's gonna all go off, and then do your overhead slash for the bonus, and then go to town. In fact, in the video that I'm going to show following this, that's what I did. I didn't really do overhead slash. So, and I would leap and do master strike. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, that's what I would do leveling. I would just do that. Leap, do master strike, then do overhead slash. And if your blade storm has the procs, because you're level what? You start getting that at 48. So at level 48, if you have the proc, after you do the master strike, you get them dots going and spread them pup dogs if you can. And if you can't, dude, make sure you always keep VT on cooldown, because you know what it does? It gives you a focus. It basically gives you focus. It gives you one, so it doesn't hurt to use it. You know, don't sit there and wait. You know, oh no, there's nobody else around, I won't spread my dot. No, use that baby, because it hits. You know, it hits pretty decent. So that's what I would do. So this is all PvP information. You know, again, it's all situational. Be sure to watch the video that's following after this. You'll see. I'll explain what, you know, why I picked the utilities I picked and where it was beneficial for you. So I hope you found this useful. Again, this is just for beginners. Feel free to leave me a comment below. Tell me, hey, you know, you might want to say this and that. Maybe have a little discussion about it. Figure out, hey, how to play our Vigilance Guardian better. Thanks for watching as always.